Alright there guys, Sowerz here, and I am now back from i47, and I thought I'd do this commentary just to some of my thoughts on the event, because we did walk away, as most of you probably know by now, as winners, and yeah, it was a great event overall for us, and absolutely chuffed to come away with the victory. I mean, as you probably saw from my preview of the event, we never thought that we'd win it in the way that we did, really. We played about 3 nights together as a team, going into the event, and really we didn't prepare anywhere near as much as the other teams did, so by all rights we shouldn't have done as well as we did. We always knew we had a good chance of winning the event, but to walk away so convincingly, especially in the grand final, and obviously playing my old team as well, which made it a bit sweeter as well. But you know, the way we played was just out of this world really. We didn't really think we'd be so strong. We knew we had a great chance of beating any team if we played well, but every game we just kind of felt like we had in our grasp, really. It kind of felt like if we were going to lose a game, it was going to be because of our own mistakes. And you know, the closest game we had was against TCM, which was a really close game, 4-3. But if we'd have lost that game, we would have been so devastated, because we threw away some maps which we shouldn't have done. We could have won that 4-1 or 4-0, and if we'd lost that game, it would have hurt, really. But luckily we did manage to pull out in the end, and everybody came up clutch, so that was a good win for us. But yeah, overall, great event. We came away with £1,800 as a team, which in dollars, probably about $3,000 or just short as a team. So that's a great bit of cash as well. But that's not the reason we went. As many as you probably know, we had a few issues trying to get there. I spent literally the whole day before the event on Skype, which wasn't really the day how I wanted to spend my time just before setting off to an event. I was literally just talking to different sponsors, organisations, and NControl and CSC Gaming both stepped up for us massively. You know, they paid our ticket and paid a bit of travel as well, which we needed for all our players to attend, and huge shout out to them once again for all their support. NControl, they make the Avenger controllers, those kind of things for controllers, so make sure you check them out, because I'm expecting them to come up very soon, become a lot bigger in the future. They've got some great products, so make sure you check them out. And also CSC Gaming, they also had a team there at i-Series, and I believe they came 5th in the end, which is a pretty solid result for them, really. But yeah, huge shout out to them, because we wouldn't have been there without them, so make sure you check them out. But yeah, I mean, we went into the tournament, we got 3rd seed, and our first game was against a team called NYM, which we walked away 4-0 winners pretty well easily, really, which was expected. They weren't really a seeded team, and you know, their players in that team weren't known as players. They had a couple of coaches in there, so that was expected. Our second game was against 4 Kings in our quarterfinals. Now I'd say we got a pretty hard bracket in terms of, you know, playing 4 King in the quarterfinals. A lot of people were expecting them to come, you know, get to the final, because online people were saying that they were the best online team they've played. They're really well prepared. So going into this game, we knew it was going to be a tough game. We knew we had to really get our heads into the game from the off. The first map we won just, I think it was by about 5 to 10 points on hardpoint. That was the closest game of the series, however. The other 3 maps we pretty much walked. I think once we took that first map and we kind of got into the game a bit, we just stepped up another gear and we pretty much blew them away 4-0. I think 4 Kings really caught us on at a bad time, because we just played absolutely impeccably, really, that game. Don't think we made one mistake, and we pretty much showed that, because the last few maps we pretty much destroyed them. Like, I dropped a couple of 30 bombs on hardpoint against them on both hardpoints, so I was really pleased if I was playing that game. We just felt confident, you know, that really gave us a boost of confidence. We went into the TCM game pretty confident. First map we played on Hardpoint Express, and I think I had my best map of the tournament against TCM on that first map. I went absolutely huge. I just kept getting 3-piece after 3-piece, and after that first map we were thinking, right, we can do this. We won by like 100 points, really comfortable on Hardpoint Express. I think it was the first map, and we went into the second map, CTF Overflow, and we lost that in overtime. And that's the map really where we were really annoyed we lost, because we were 3-2 up with about 40 seconds to go, and we just made a few errors, just because we didn't practice. I mean, if we practiced a few nights more, maybe went through a couple of the maps a bit more, I'm pretty sure we'd have made it look even more comfortable the whole event. Just a few mistakes that we made cost us in the end on that map, made it 1-1, and then obviously we came down to the final map because it went here and there with the maps, and we pulled out in the end, like I said, and then we came up against Prophecy in the winner bracket final after they beat CSC in the other semi-final, and this is obviously a big match overall for every player involved really. Zanity, this was his biggest match he's ever played up to this point. For me, obviously playing my old Prophecy team. Excellence and Tom have played Prophecy a few times now, and they'd beaten them I think the last 2 or 3 times playing them. So there's a lot on the line for almost every player in the game. We came away 3-0 at the start of the game. We took the first 3 maps. We were looking pretty comfortable, and then we came up against Hardpoint Raid, I think it was. And I honestly thought we had it in the bag, but I think we all did. We were about 50 points ahead with not much time on the clock, but Prophecy managed to pull it out, make it 3-1. Then they made it 3-2, and then I think we took the S&D on cargo to make it 4-2 in the end. And you've probably seen the reaction video by now, and as to that game. And the reason it was so heated is because there was a lot of banter being thrown about. Not a lot, not as much as other matches, but a bit of banter, as you would expect. And I'm not the kind of person who really does banter during a game. I'm more of a person who focuses on my game. I don't let whatever people say affect me. In fact, I prefer to use it as energy really. Like, if somebody's saying something to me, it just motivates me even more. I kind of just focused on my own game even more. And kind of all emotion kind of came out at once really. And we just ended up going mental. But yeah, it obviously felt good to win that 4-2 victory. Felt pretty comfortable. It felt it was always in our hands really. I mean, it was going to go on to a hard point after that, I think, and our hard point was really strong at that event, so we were kind of comfortable feeling that we were going to win anyway, even if we lost that S&D. But we won 4-2, went on to the grand final where Prophecy managed to come out against TCM, beat them, so we played Prophecy. And we played them again, and we knew Prophecy had a string of games where they'd been winning, obviously. Actually, I think they only played TCM. So they'd had a bit of warm-up, a bit of practice going into this game, whereas we'd been waiting for a good number of hours. So we knew straight away we had to get straight into the game once again and sort it out. No slacking. First map. And we came away first map with the win. So that put us up, because we had a 2-0 advantage from the game before, so we were 3-0 up. And it was looking pretty good for us because we only had to get to 5. So we only had to win 3 maps, they had to win 5. Then they won the next map. I think it was CTF Raid. And some of the CTF maps we were going to lose, no doubt about it, because we hadn't played. I think we played CTF Raid once online. We had no strats for it, and we kind of realised what to do on the map too late. And by the time we were down by a flag or 2, Prophecy just sat on the lead, and we couldn't do much else. But then after that map, it was pretty. I mean, we played an S&D. I think we took that pretty comfortably. I think it was S&D Cargo again. I think we won that 5-2 or 5-3. Then the last map was on CTF Hardpoint Plaza, which I uploaded, and we took that pretty convincingly in the end. We went down by about 80 points at the start, but we just dominated it from there on out, and we won by 80 points in the end. So you'll see that on the channel. I'm assuming most of you have seen it by now. But yeah, to win the final, I mean, it wasn't as much of a high as it was winning the winning bracket final, weirdly enough, because it felt like we kind of, personally for me, winning the winning bracket final was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of more of a realisation at that point, whereas the grand final, we kind of felt like, right, this is where we need to finish the job off now. And we kind of expected ourselves to come away as winners, but to win 5-1 in the final, and to win it as comfortably as we did, we never expected, like I say. It was a great event overall. I'm really chuffed with my teammates. Everything just came together perfectly. Everybody played the part. There was no weak link in our team. That was the thing. That was just so strong about our team. Our communication was great. And I'm getting a lot of questions as to what our team's doing. I can't say what's going on just yet. But I don't think we will be together as a 4. That's all I can say. We won't be a roster of 4. That's as far as I know. As far as I know as well, Tom isn't quitting. People that keep asking me, I don't know whether he's cleared that himself or not, but as far as I'm aware from what I've been told by other people, Tom is not quitting, and so I'm pretty sure he will be playing still, obviously. And for me, I'll probably most likely, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but I'm pretty certain that roster of 4 will not be the same. So hopefully that clears it up for you. That's all I can say as of now, but more news will come within a week also about what I'm doing individually. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Obviously there's been a Black Ops 2 update recently, so make sure you guys check the game out, and it might affect what happens with the rules. The rules are going to be looked at after the Fred Cup 4 ends, and hopefully league play will be improved, because obviously hopefully they'll take score streaks out, things like that. But stuns have been updated, the recoils and SMGs, and less hip fire accuracy as well. So a few things that could affect the game. But from what I've tested so far, it's nothing major. I think the radius of stun grenades has been reduced. Other than that, not too much. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review of the event. I had a great time at i-Series. There's a few things that could have improved on, maybe like doing group stages at the start so there's more games for people. But other than that, it was a great event. It was one of the smaller i-Series I've been to, but I think that makes me the most achieved COD player at i-Series now. I'm not sure actually, because I've got to the final 3 times now. But yeah, I mean, i-Series for me has been great in terms of results. It's a first, a second, and a first I've had now. So yeah, I'm really loving the event, and I had a great time once again meeting all the usual faces and that, and obviously meeting some new faces as well. So yeah, it was a great event. But my next event will be Reflex GT, I believe it will be anyway, February time, and it's looking like a really good event, so you don't want to miss out on that event, guys. It's a new venue. It's the first time you can really say Reflex GT is going to be a proper event, because before I kind of saw it as just a social LAN. One of the more entertaining streams as well, I think, Reflex. So make sure you check that out on Deserter. They made a news post about that. But other than that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Sowerz. Thanks a lot for watching. Please drop the video a like, because all support really helps us out. And I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.